Alright guys, we're going to do a trade recap here, and today was another break-even day, and not mad at it, I'm not angry or anything like that, but I will show you my analysis. My analysis was we had the sell side level get taken on both SPX and NAS. Now on NAS, I was still had a lot of faith in this market maker buy model that we almost completed right here, but we didn't complete. So I still think we might chop here, then maybe tomorrow get that expansion move to the upside, because I still have faith in it. Because I mean, like you see on the 4 hours, we're just rebalancing is all price is doing. But back to what matters, the trade today. I made like 60 bucks, but it's basically break even, so I'm happy with that. But what did I want to see? So we came down and we started chopping, and we formed an SMT right here. Oops, I'll get that over here. We formed this SMT right here. Now, what would have been really good if I took this trade on NAS, which I should have. But we get this SMT right here. I go down to the 1 minute. I kind of see this as a AMD accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I wanted to see buy side get taken, and I also drew in standard deviation. Now, this isn't a terrible trade. Price action's kind of choppy today. Lined right up with my draw on liquidity. And my entry was not bad, but it could have been better. So we come down, we're fighting this inverse fair value gap. Let me mark it. We'll close this fair value gap out. And we'll mark out this inverse fair value gap. We're fighting this inverse fair value gap for a while. As you see, we come up, come down, come up, come down, come up, come down. So I wanted to see us expand through that. And we start to. And what I do is I mark out, okay, we're in this fair value gap. We create a little 1 minute bullish. We respect it. And right as we get this break of structure, that's when I decided to enter. And now that was also kind of the problem. I'm very good at waiting for retracement to enter, but these last few days I haven't been doing that. So my entry was like, let's see, it was like 63.45, I think. That would have been over here, yeah. Is like right here. Now, not the best entry, don't get me wrong, it's not at all. I wanted to see this, wasn't mad at it because it was a good, 1 to 1.75. But ideally, what should have been the entry is, so we get this move up, we close above the inverse. I should have waited until we formed this fair value gap, the 5 minute fair value gap, and waited for price to retrace into it to get a better entry. And then the entry could have been, I could have got filled here, or waited for the here, or on the pullback here. There was way better places to be entered than what I did. And I will get better at that. It's the whole point of trading, to get better. Now this was like this, and I was slowly monitoring my stops. We come up, we come down, come up, come down. Once we respected this fair value gap twice, I didn't want to see price ever go below it again. So I moved my stops there. And then I was targeting, now what I also messed up with is I didn't trim any of my position really. I trimmed a little bit just to secure some profits, but not nearly enough at all. So as you can see, I wanted this level and we never quite got there. And that's also the reason why I should have sold a lot of my position earlier, is because we were inside an hourly fair value gap. We filled it completely, and I should have been smart enough and sold probably mostly all my position there. And this should have been my target. Should have been like this because of that fair value gap. Oops. So this is probably what the real trade, if I'm going to show you what the A plus trade would have looked like, it would have been this pullback, probably enter there. Or you wait for, something like that and something like this, and then stops are below this low. God dang it. Get rid of this. And this was probably the ideal setup. Not the setup I had. I ended up getting stopped at break even, which I'm fine with. I don't care. Break even is a win for me. Yeah, but it's not terrible. 2 break even days back to back. Nothing wrong with it. I think I identified this wrong. This is probably the start of the model. On NAS, it played out way better. Let me show you the NAS. This is where I should have taken it. So we had a little red folder news right here. NAS fights through it and really gets through that fair value gap. We get the obvious clear. It's the market structure shift. This should have been the trade right here. You wait for your pullback to enter to get a good RR. You target buy side, stops below that low. It's literally a double better risk reward. You see price would come up, come down, go right back up to buy side. Starts to chop right at, your standard deviation level. But this is what the ideal trade will look like, and we will get better. That's the whole point of trading, to get better. But yeah, that's the trade today. It was a break-even day. Market maker buy model was completed. This whole thing right here. That's what we wanted to see. But yeah, that's it. Break even day. So win, break even, break even. I had low size today just because I wasn't really confident in the setup. It wasn't a great setup. Price action was weird. We had this a massive sell off overnight. So I was a little worried about that. Didn't want to see anything crazy. But 2 break even days, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna keep playing smart and keep trading good. Thank you guys so much.